Pace safe for now out in Chicago, but both you and Jason La Canfora are saying Matt Nagy is out. So what's the latest there?
Yeah, Matt Nagy is out as the Chicago Bears head coach. Still, as you mentioned, Ryan Pace safe for now. The idea around the league recently has been that Ryan Pace ultimately will be safe in Chicago. That is still to be determined, of course. But with Matt Nagy, again, this was the one that you could telegraph for the last couple of weeks. The Chicago Bears very clearly were going to allow Matt Nagy to finish out the season as the head coach. But he knew, everyone within that organization walls, they knew that he was ultimately done there in Chicago. And so the fact that it has happened, it's just a fact now, but it was always going to happen.
You know, JJ, it's interesting, and we're going to talk about Chicago moving forward, but taking a step back, looking not only at Matt Nagy, but just Ryan Pace, too, because usually GMs already go through one all-in chip, and yet Ryan Pace has gone twice now with Justin Fields. So, again, the situation there in Chicago, in that division, as you've already alluded to right now, what's going to be the challenge there for the Bears?
Well, they have an old roster. They don't have a very good offensive line. Justin Fields is not without his deficiencies as a rookie quarterback, but he didn't have much of a chance behind that offensive line throughout this year, and they tried their best to piece it together, obviously bringing on Jason Peters late in the preseason, and it held together enough, but that's going to be an area of focus. The defensive backfield was subpar, and it should have been better this past season. Obviously, you like the pass rush that you got there from that group up front. But yes, this is going to be a highly coveted job. Matt Nagy's old job as head coach of the Chicago Bears. It's a legacy position. Folks absolutely believe that this is a town where if you win, you are a king, and you get steakhouses named after you, et cetera, et cetera. So there will be no shortage of interest in the Chicago Bears head coaching job. Whether it's the best job for the on-the-field product in 2022 or not, I think that this job, more than any other job, is going to draw the most interest around the league.
Going to be some new faces in the AFC North. Jonathan Jones there with the very latest on the breaking news. JJ, certainly appreciate it. Again, Vic Fangio Sunday. Now Mike Zimmer, Matt Nagy added today, and already we saw mid-season John Gruden, Urban Meyer leaving their respective teams, both in Las Vegas and in Jacksonville. Still a few names out there considered to be on the hot seat, so we'll keep tabs here on CBS Sports HQ, but the list right now stands at 5, and it could be growing by the end of the day.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.